Well, all right. Welcome everybody to another episode of Hot Seat Automotive Podcast. It is your buddy CJ here. Where are we at today? We are in Rock Hill, South Carolina, Winthrop University. We got the Motori Italiani, say that 5 times fast, all Italian car show. Are you kidding me? We got Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Fiats, Alfas, you name it. We even got the motorcycles. Them two-wheelers came out. Ducatis, are you kidding me? A lot of my buddies are here. A lot of cool cars. I tell you what, let's walk around. Let's check it out. This is, I think, my 3rd or 4th time at the Motori Italiani event. Always first class. My buddy Kevin puts on this event. Beautiful Winthrop University campus. Come on, guys. Let's walk around. Let's look at some Italian cars. What better way to spend a Saturday in the Carolinas? Come on! All right, guys. What can I say about the Lamborghini Countach? There's an 84, okay, in black. What do we got here? We got a 1988 in red, and there's a white one. Growing up, in all those years as a car guy in the 80s and 90s, I never saw a Countach. Countach or Countach? You tell me. I don't care. Preference. But I'll tell you what, guys. I never saw one of these guys in person growing up as a gearhead. But since the 2000s, I've probably seen about 100 of these cars. And they are always crowd pleasers. They're always the star of the show. And if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, you had a poster in your locker or in your bedroom of the Lamborghini Countach. It's just facts. This car was a legend and an icon for any car guy growing up in the 80s and 90s. You know, so to see 3 of them on a Saturday in Rock Hill, South Carolina. This one's an 88.5 Countach, number 302 in the show. Let me tell you something. To see 3 of these together is extraordinary. Is really extraordinary. How striking is that? How shocking is that to see Lamborghini Countach here at the Motori Italiani show, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Which one's your favorite? Black, red, or white? Any one of them's good with me. Come on, let's keep going. Come on, guys, look at this here. Ferrari, as far as the eye can see. Testarossas. Guys, the Testarossas are so identifiable by these side streaks, and they're just absolutely beautiful cars, indicative of the era. There is nothing being produced today that looks like a Testarossa. Pop-up headlights. Are you kidding me? Now, some of you say, what are those side strakes you speak of, CJ? Well, that's what we're talking about. Come on. It's so iconic. And back here is the gem. Are we talking V12? You better believe. Ferrari V12 power. Now, maybe you want a white one. The red one is a 1994. I was looking at it earlier. This is a little bit older. This is a 1989 Testarossa. But again, with the side strakes, the pop-up headlights, okay? Usually you think of Ferrari from this era, you think of red. This one's white. A little bit different. I've seen this car over the years, past couple years at various events. Really sharp. Let's keep going, guys. What do you think about a Ferrari with the engine in the front? Now, a Ferrari you can actually drive. Kind of cool, kind of aggressive looking. I think it's beautiful. She's got the black interior. F12 Berlinetta. What do you guys think about the F12 Berlinetta? Now see, if I'm going Ferrari, I gotta have rear mid-engine. Nothing against this car, it's beautiful. But for me, engine in a Ferrari belongs out back. What do you guys think? Another classic Ferrari. I do not know my classic Ferraris. This is a 1972 Ferrari 365 GTB Daytona. Don't be impressed. I don't know that, but I can read pretty good. And that's what the sticker says. What do we got here? Bright yellow. Prancing horse. Not sure what this one is, guys. You tell me, Ferrari guys out there. She's classic. Beautiful. Beautiful car. Come on, guys. Motori Italiani, Winthrop University, out here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Beautiful Carolina Saturday. Let's keep going. Okay, guys, more Ferraris. 458, arguably, according to many enthusiasts, the most beautiful, high-performance modern Ferrari in this era. And I hard to disagree with that. I am a fan of the 488s, which are twin turbo. This is the last of the naturally aspirated Ferrari 8s, and is just a car that is so well loved. What do you guys think? Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the interior. This is, listen, you talk about classic Ferrari. Red with the tan, with the black. Unbelievable. Now let's take a look at this, the 430. And this is not a regular 430. Let's take a look. 2008 Ferrari 430 Scuderia. Don't make fun of me, guys, with my pronunciation. But listen, this is the more track-focused 430. Maybe an unpopular opinion. I like the lines of a 360. Hear me out. 430 definitely was a step up in performance and looks a bit more modern than a 360. But there's just something about the lines of a 360 that are so cool. The one thing I will say is the headlights on the 430 definitely give it a much more modern look to me than what you get in the 360. And can we all talk about the fact that this color is so incredibly unique and cool. How many red Ferraris are here? How many yellow Ferraris are here? How many in this blue metallic? I don't know what they call it. I don't care what they call it. I'm sure they have a fancy Italian name. But listen, Ferrari 430, Scuderia, absolutely incredible. Now here's something. Let's take a look at this one. Step into it says 2002 Ferrari F8 Spider. I think that's incorrect. I think that's a typo. I believe that's a 22 Ferrari F8. But this is your step up into the current era, if you will. What do you guys think? Now, this is an interesting spec. Look at his interior. Okay, that's a very unusual spec for the interior. You don't see that. I don't think I've ever seen that color. Almost looks like a cement color to me, as I would call it. I love these haunches. Look at the haunches on the 488 Spider. So incredibly cool. I wish I could get this guy to fire it up so we could hear that Ferrari V8. Guys, let's go back in time. Ferrari 355 GTS. Okay? In yellow. Striking car. And look, she's got 3 pedals. Manual transmission. This is the one the enthusiast wants. 1997 Ferrari F355. Look at the pop-up headlights. Okay? This car is from another time in another era in Italian performance. What do you guys think? Would you go with the 458, the 430, the F8, or the classic 1997 F355? No bad choice. Hey, wait a minute, guys. Is Magnum PI here? Can we talk about this? 1989 Ferrari, okay, 328 GTS. I believe Magnum PI's car was a 308. But listen, the rad era, the 80s, really cool car. You guys tell me. Again, the gated manual, 3 pedals. You guys see that? They call that a gated manual. Okay, you have those slots to guide the shift lever. Very unique driving experience, unlike anything in the modern era. And these cars with the manual transmissions are super desirable right now. Absolutely. Ferrari 328. Let's keep going. Look at this in the yellow, the striking yellow. 1983 Ferrari 308. And I believe we've got another, what do we got? Another 308 here. So this is Magnum PI territory. Those that know Tom Selleck, Magnum PI, know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't know, young people, look it up. An iconic show from the 80s featuring these classic Ferraris, made them so iconic. But guys, for a long time, this was an attainable Ferrari. I think these things have really taken off in value and shot up. Look, the gated manual, once again, look at the interior. Look at those tactile switches. Just another era. Let's look at the gauges, okay? So incredibly cool. They don't make them like this anymore. For a while there, you could pick one of these up and they were attainable. Now they've really come into their own as collectible. What do we got here? 308 quattro valve, mamma mia. 4 valves per cylinder? Are you kidding me? Performance from the 80s like no other. Like no other. You guys tell me which classic Ferrari for you. The 308, the 328, the Testarossa. They're all incredible. Is it possible to love them all? Your buddy CJ does. Come on, let's keep going, guys. All right, guys, I'm out here at the Italian car meet. You never know who you're gonna run into. Here's one of my friends from unknown Charlotte. Who are you and what brings you out to the meet today?
It's been my pleasure to be here and get with you, CJ. My name is Marcel. I'm with Unknown Charlotte. We basically service cars. We do collector car collection management. We have a co-working space, and we're able to service, detail, and even sell and consign your vehicle if you have one. So we're happy to help the Charlotte market.
Such an incredible, interesting business model you guys have. You're into a bit of everything, Marcel. How did you and Cyrus get started in this?
Oh God, we've both paid our dues and we've sunk our teeth in the industry when we worked at dealerships. I've worked at independent repair shops. So now that we've had a bunch of tenure in the business, we have a little bit better grounding to start our own, and we've been here 4 years and we plan on keeping on going if we can. So thankfully, with clients like you supporting us, we're gonna keep doing that. We're living the dream through passion stuff. So there's money to be made. The business is all about that, but behind it all, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of passion. And between me, Cyrus, and the crew, we've been able to do it. So we're happy, very happy to be able to do that.
I love it. I'm happy to know you. And we've done road trips together, all kinds of things, events. Now, you got to tell me what's behind you, Marcel. This is for sale, I assume?
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
This is one of the cars we own in our inventory. This is a 458 Spider. Basically the last naturally aspirated Ferrari in the mid-engine category. So after that, everything went to turbos. It's a dual clutch transmission. It's a hardtop convertible, kind of subtle spec, if you will. It's like a black paint job with pearl, and then we've got the Cuyo interior. But you know, it's Ferrari stuff, so everything's really nice. If you like leather, if you like the smell of leather, if you like a screaming, howling V8, this is it. This is what you go for.
Marcel, I don't know. And see, now I'm kind of regretting talking to you because now I want this Ferrari.
Oh, as you should. Once you drive it, you'll want it more. So looking is one thing, but the driving and experience is another.
I love it. One more question for you. How do we get in touch with you and the guys at Unknown Charlotte?
Easy. If you go to Instagram and you look up Your Prestige Imports, which is Unknown Charlotte, you'll get to see all of our events, all of our happenings, and all the services we have to offer.
Marcel, thank you so much for taking a moment to talk to me, and give my best to Cyrus.
I will. Thank you for coming out.
See you soon. All right, Mercy Me. We got a Murcielago. Let me tell you something. This is a 2005 Murcielago Roadster. Those that know that the Mercy, or Murcielago, was the predecessor to the Aventador. Now, for me, and by the way, Murcielago is a bat. All these Lamborghinis named after Spanish bulls. But how much do you know about the Murcielago? Listen, absolutely incredible car. To me, this is the classic Lamborghini I would want. I say classic. Listen. Goes back to 2005, so it's approaching classic, but it's just, you know, from a bit of a different era, you know, developed in the 90s. Okay, but shares from an engine standpoint a lot of platform and architecture with what would evolve into the Aventador eventually. And I just think this car is so over the top, so indicative of the era. From any angle, this car is shocking and striking. And even in that subtle color, there's nothing subtle about a Murcielago on any level. You guys tell me. Now let's take a look at the devil. We got a Diablo here in black. Now I am familiar with this car. This is a 1995 Lamborghini Diablo VT here at the show. I've seen this car multiple times over the years. The guy that drives it's taller than me. I still don't know how he fits in. But what do you guys think? If that thing's not sinister and cool and black, so you got the generations of Lamborghini supercars. The Countach, the Diablo, the Mercy, and we've got some Huracans. Which one for you? I don't think there's a bad pick, but some are better than others. Come on, let's keep going. All right, guys, we got to talk about this. This is one of your buddy CJ's personal favorites. This is a 2016 Alfa Romeo 4C, okay? When this car came out, the baby Ferrari, carbon fiber tub, rear mid-engine, okay? Only available with an automatic transmission. I have not driven one of these, but I've sat in a few. It's not exactly a roomy car, but so incredibly unique. Think of it as like the Porsche Boxster alternative, in my opinion, or the little Lotus alternative. You know, you Miata boys should check out to upgrading to an Alfa 4C because the driving experience will be so unique, the ownership experience as well, and it's an Alfa, okay? Really cool cars. And one of the things, I have owned an Alfa in the past, one of the things I love about the Alfas is the styling, the grills with that upside down triangle. You will not mistake an Alfa for anything else. We got some older stuff here, guys. 1983 Alfa Romeo GTV6. Notice the styling cue in the grill with the upside down triangle. 2016 with the 4C has it, so does the 80s Alfa. Now, the story on Alfa has always been quality issues and reliability, but some of the coolest cars on the road in many ways. And once again, we've got the upside down triangle from a styling standpoint. What do you guys think? This is an 82 Alfa Romeo GTV 6. And we've got a classic here. Come on, let's keep going. Let's take a look at this one. Again, guys, the upside down triangle. Look at the 4 headlights. What do we got? I don't know my old Alfas. 1974 Alfa Romeo 2000 GTV. This is a cool car. And it doesn't look like anything else on the road. Most people, when they see this car, will say, what is that? Because they don't know. Including me. I would know it's an Alfa, but I don't know the details of the car. Let's take a look at the 80s Alfas as well. I mean, look at that. Really a sharp looking car. Unique from the 1980s. Guys, what do you think? Is this a cool show or what? Motori Italiani, Rock Hill, South Carolina, Winthrop University. Let's keep going. All right, we got Hurricane Alley with the Huracans. What do you guys think? That's your buddy CJ's car. As you know, it's one of my other friends. This is his car. Now, you look quick, you might think it's black. It's actually blue. I don't know if that's coming out. It's a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan. What I like about this, 2 things I like about this spec. 3 things, actually. 1, the color. This dark, rich blue with the metallic, number 1. Number 2, look at the wheels. Not many of these cars were spec'd with these wheels in that color. Number 3, look at his interior. Are you kidding me? The dark brown seats, very unique. Lamborghini Huracan, and it's all-wheel drive. For those that don't know, when you see the LP610-4, she's all-wheel drive. She ain't messing around, boys. She got the V10. She gonna go. You guys know my car. We don't need to talk about it. This is my other buddy's car. This is actually a rear-wheel drive Huracan. Now, he's got the louvers. I kind of like the louvers. To me, it's a bit of a throwback. It harkens back to the 80s when it was so common to see cars with louvers. I don't know. There's something about the louvers on these that are cool. I also like what was actually an option for these cars to have the glass. But listen, which do you prefer? He's got this striking purple. Look at the interior, blacked out. Some nice pinstriping, piping, if you will. 2017 Lamborghini Huracan. We here at the show in Rock Hill. They got them all the Italian supercars. Let's keep going. Okay, guys, what is this? The Green Machine at the Motori Italiani show. 1974 Ferrari 308 GT4. Okay. Unusual, right? Pop-up headlights. 2-door but it looks like a 2+2. If I'm correct, there are back seats, although no human being is fitting in those back seats. You guys agree? Another one with the gated manual. This is a unique car. I think there were 3 or 4 Ferrari 308s here from the 80s, 328s, a couple of Testarossas, but only one of these, I believe. You see it says Dino 308 GT4. Very cool car, guys. What do you think about that color? Could you live with that color? It's not for everybody. Let's keep going. Guys, what do we got here? 1972 Ferrari Dino 246 GTS. Now listen, does this thing look like fun or what? It just looks like it's doing 100 miles an hour sitting here. Look at that, gated manual. Look at the stereo. Some of you young guys have never seen a stereo like that. Unbelievable. Man, this thing is pretty. Unbelievable, guys. They got them all out here. Winthrop University for the Motori Italiani show. Now listen, classic Lamborghini. This might be a showstopper here, guys. Look at those trumpets. 1967 Lamborghini Miura. When was the last time, have you ever seen a Lamborghini Miura in the flesh? Right here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, we got one. Guys, this is another era. 1960s technology. Lamborghini, come on. Unbelievable. I've seen this car quite a few times over the past couple of years. Never disappoints. Now, one thing I always say about these, and maybe you'll agree with me, the Lamborghini with eyelashes. A unique design, right? Didn't look. Can you imagine driving this thing around in the 1960s, early 70s? Nobody had a car like this. Nobody. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that engine. I'd love to hear this thing running, making some noise here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. What do you guys think? 67 Lamborghini Miura in Rock Hill, South Carolina for the show at Winthrop University. All right, guys, who knows what this is? Fiat 124 Spider. This car has an interesting history, also known as the Fiata, because it's primarily based on the same platform as the Mazda Miata. I did another episode where we talked about this. This is a 2018 Fiat 124 Spider. They have stopped making these. Okay, if I could fit in one of these, I would have bought one. I was looking at it in a Barth. But unfortunately, it just wasn't the right car for me. But I think it's absolutely cool. You know, one of the reasons why I think the Fiat 124 was not a commercial success, I don't think they distinguished it enough from the Miata. I think if they had given it some additional performance, it had, I think, a minor performance bump, but not enough. I think if they had done a bit more to make this, you know, a bit more distinctive from the Fiat, or from the Mazda Miata, probably would have been more of a commercial success. What do you guys think? Over here. The Italian bikes are here, the two-wheelers. Here's a 78 Ducati 900 SD Dharma. Listen, we call them ducks. Ferrari of motorcycles. Come on, guys. Another Ducati, another Ducati. What do you guys think? Look at this, 2007 Moto Guzzi California Vintage. That's a pretty bike. You know, she's a dresser. She's a dresser. But she's not a Harley. She's a Moto Guzzi, all Italian. Look at this thing, 2008 Ducati 1098. I mean, come on, guys. Ridiculous bike. Absolutely beautiful. If you like two-wheelers and you like Italian performance, this is the show to be at. Look at this classic bike. What do we got? 1955 Parilla 175cc road racer. What do you think about that? Not much to it. Interesting bike. Come on, let's take a look at some of these over here. 2020 Ducati Monster. I bet it's a monster to ride. Look at this one. Come on, guys. 959 Panigale. Mamma mia. Beautiful bikes. All the two-wheelers are out here. Oh man, look at the little duck. That looks small to me. But then again, I'm a taller guy. Kind of a naked bike. I don't know much about the Ducatis, but it's a sharp little bike. Probably all the fun in the world. Here at the show, Rock Hill, South Carolina, Winthrop University, Motori Italiani. We got two-wheelers. We got all the Ducatis, the Moto Guzzi's you could want. Come on, let's keep going. All right, guys, let's wrap things up from here. Winthrop University. We got an Italian performance car leaving the event. Guys, I think this was a great show. You tell me. Motori Italiani, Winthrop University, Rock Hill, South Carolina. Did you think there were this many classic and modern Italian performance cars in the Carolinas? Listen, they're all here, right? I think it's a pretty cool little show. Shout out to my buddy Kevin, who organizes the event. He also does an English car event once a year. So he gets kind of the best of Italian cars and then the best of the British cars. I've done that back when I had a McLaren, and it's always a good event, even if you don't have a British car or an Italian car. Come on out. There's something for everybody in this hobby, which is why I love it so very much. And you know your buddy CJ loves each and every one of you. I'm so incredibly grateful. If you're new to the channel, give me a like and subscribe. Leave me those comments. Until then, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.